Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Hurricane season is upon us, and it's not too late to head out to the Dollar Tree to pick up some emergency supplies that can help see you through a hurricane. The Dollar Tree is a great place to think about all kinds of emergency supplies, whether it's a hurricane or some other disaster. You can build your prepping supply a little at a time ahead of time, but if you find yourself in the path of a hurricane, you still have some warning. Get to the Dollar Tree and stock up. The things I would suggest you start with are bottled water. You can find bottled water in 6-packs. You can also find them in the gallons. The gallon bottles of water are sturdier, and those are the ones that I like to stockpile for all kinds of emergencies. Check out the food aisle. You may not be able to cook. Find snacks that you can open and eat: granola bars, breakfast bars, energy bars, beef jerky, fruit packs, pudding packs, things that you could just open and eat in nearly any situation. They also have some little heat up cans called Fancy Fuel, and you can use those to warm up a can of chili or soup or something like that. Make sure if you stock up on canned goods that you also get some can openers. Then head to the first aid aisle. Stock up on everything from Band-Aids to ointments to gauzes to tape. Lots of emergency situations involve rendering first aid. If you don't have a good supply at home, this is a time to get it. Get some over-the-counter medications, cough medicines, any kind of things that your family would normally want that you may not already have on hand. Grab them now and head on to the hygiene aisle. You're going to want to make sure that you have hand sanitizer, wet wipes, toilet paper, Kleenex, and garbage bags to make sure that you can dispose of those things. Make sure you get big garbage bags, because after a storm there tends to be lots and lots of trash, debris, things to clean up. Get some soaps and cleaners, maybe a broom and some rubber gloves, because storms bring damage and destruction and messes, and you're going to need some cleanup supplies, and you can find those at the Dollar Tree. If you're heading outside, they have rain ponchos and umbrellas. Make sure you stock up on those. If the lights go out, you can use things like glow sticks or little battery-operated candles. They also will, of course, have regular candles, and then you want to make sure that you get matches and lighters so that you can light the things that you have. I like to get the tallest candles because these tall candles can burn for up to 80 hours. That could provide a lot of light over several nights that you didn't have access to electricity. When you look for matches and lighters, the lighters will come in packs. You can also find the long utility lighters. You can find boxes, big boxes of matches, or you can find packs with lots of small boxes. I think they come in an 8-pack of small matches. These are strike on the box. Make sure you keep them dry and that you keep them with the box. These don't work unless you use the strike plate on the side of the box. Look for little flashlights. Here are a couple that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. One has a carabiner, so you can clip it to something to keep it handy. Keep them by your bed, scatter them around the house, have one for everyone, and make sure that you stock up on the batteries that keep them running. You can find batteries in 8 to 10 packs. If you're looking for heavier duty batteries, they are also now carrying some alkaline batteries. Just make sure whatever it is, that what size you need, you stockpile plenty of them. At $1 a pack, it would certainly pay not to run out of batteries. You also need to make sure that you keep track of your most important documents. You can even look for a document type pouch, or you could use a giant Ziploc bag, or even look for one of their little, like a toolbox. Keep copies of everything in there, from your identification to your medical cards, your car insurance, a set of house keys, passports, immunization records, all the important papers, how to contact your credit card companies, your bank account records, and your insurance company. Keep a copy of all of those items ready to go for every emergency situation. After the storm, you've ridden it out, now what? Maybe you have some damage in your house, so you might want to have things like drop cloths and little hardware sets to seal up broken windows. You may want bungee cords to tie things together and hold them down. You can find those things on the hardware aisle at the Dollar Tree. You may not be able to run your electric dryer, but if you have lots of wet things, get some rope and some clothespins. You can hang things out to dry because the sun does come out again after a hurricane, and you'll have the opportunity to clean up, dry out, and get your life back together. But you need the supplies to be able to do that. Another thing you might want to pick up is a sewing kit. Things get ripped and torn. You can easily put them back together with a sewing kit from Dollar Tree. Cleaning up after a hurricane can also mean damp standing water. Look for mosquito coils. Look for some wet wipes that are designed as mosquito repellent. You might be spending a lot of time outside because the air conditioner doesn't work. Get some sunscreen. Look for a hat. Get some clean socks and underwear. You can find all those things if you don't have time to do laundry. You can find those items at the Dollar Tree. I also found some Aloe Vera towelettes. If you do get a sunburn because you didn't use enough sunscreen, this can help relieve any burns. If you have pets, head down the pet aisle. If you're stuck inside, maybe you want some potty pads for your dog, an extra leash to make sure you can keep track of him. Stock up on some small packages of pet food. Keep these together. Then should you have to evacuate, you also have your pet supplies ready to go. If you have a baby, make sure you have ample supplies of wet wipes, diapers, diaper disposal bags, and any food that your baby would need. Prepping for emergencies doesn't have to be expensive. It's better to do it a little at a time, long before you need it. But if a hurricane is heading your way, or you're in the path of the remnants of a hurricane, check over your supplies. Make sure you have food, water, first aid, sanitation supplies, a way to provide light, and things to repair and clean up after the fact. A hurricane is not the time to decide to be a hero. If you are asked to evacuate, you should always have a bug-out bag, put your supplies together in a plastic tote, and be ready to leave if you need to. Keep your car full of gas, cash on hand, and pay attention to the weather report and what the news is reporting for your own safety and well-being. Learn more at alaskagranny.com. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.